Hello, and thank you for taking the time to watch one of our Continental Access training videos. In this video, we will cover the database utilities and provide an overview of its functions. The following screens will guide you through the database utility functions. The CA4K database utility is used for connecting, creating, attaching, and detaching databases for the CA4K software. The CA4K database utility also contains many other settings, including badging 4K settings and CA4K Sql password information. Here is one very important thing to remember. On a successful installation of CA4K, the 5 CA4K databases should be created automatically and configured correctly. You should not have to launch the database utility and modify any settings. On a complete server installation, there are 5 databases created automatically. The 5 database names are listed on this screen. Upon launching the database utility, you will be prompted for a password. Next, type PR1532 for the password. Upon typing the correct password, a green checkmark will display. If the green checkmark fails to display, please retype the password. Next, click OK. When the database utility opens, the default tab is the server connection settings. The server connection defaults to 127.0.0.1. This can be changed to point to a different IP address of a different computer. Next, click the Database Connection tab. The Database Connection screen is used to connect the live configuration and live events databases. Next, click the Database Create Update tab. This screen is used to create the 2 configuration databases and the 2 event databases. Next, click the COM/DB Database tab. This screen is used to create and connect to the COM/DB database. Next, click the MISC tab. This screen is used to attach and detach databases. It is also used to link servers. Next, click the Sql Password tab. This screen is used to change the default SQL passwords and the COM/DB database settings. Next, click the General tab. This screen is used to configure various settings, including the badging settings and NAPCO integration settings. On the following screens, we will create all 5 CA4K databases. Reminder: on a successful CA4K installation, you will never need to do this. Next, click Database Create Update tab. Next, select the SQL server. Next, click OK to the Querying SQL Servers on the Network message. Next, on the top half of the screen, select the Live Configuration and Archive Configuration checkboxes. Next, click Create Databases button on the top half of the screen. Next, a message box will display, "Do you want to assign archive database?" Click Yes. Next, a message box will display, "Database created successfully." Click OK. Next, on the bottom half of the screen, select the Live Events and Archive Events checkboxes. Next, click Create Databases button on the bottom half of the screen. Next, a message box will display, "Do you want to use CA Live Events database?" Click Yes. Next, a message box will display, "Do you want to use CA Archive Events database?" Click Yes. Next, click the COM-DB Database tab. Next, select the Live COM-DB checkbox on the bottom half of the screen. Next, click Create Databases on the bottom half of the screen. Next, a message box will display, "Do you want to use CACOM-DB?" Click Yes. Next, click Exit. Summary. In the previous steps, you manually created the 5 databases that the CA4K needs to run. As previously mentioned, you should never have to create these databases if the CA4K installs successfully. After a successful installation, the CA4K should launch with no errors. This concludes the video on the database utility. If you have any questions or technical issues regarding the database utility, please contact Continental Technical Support. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.